You don't do this.
More damaging accusations against an exclusive country club.
Thank God. That's what I say. Thank God. Thank God that somebody in that club finally had the gumption to stand up and say, you don't do this.
Claims of a toxic culture and failing to protect employees against verbal and physical assaults by club members.
Clearly there's something wrong there, and there's nothing being done about it.
2 former employees are now speaking out in exclusive interviews.
It comes after Denver 7 Investigates uncovered 7 women walked off their jobs at Red Rocks Country Club, leading to discipline against 3 members.
Well, tonight, Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kowaleski sits down with 2 women who work there.
We want to warn you, some of these details are disturbing.
How do you think the board of directors is going to react when they see this story and you on TV?
Oh, they're going to be pissed. They're going to be furious.
Christina Wabshall wants to send a message.
How dare she? How dare I what? Speak the truth?
There are things happening at that place that should not be happening, and it needs to change. And
Stephanie Duty also coming forward to say it's time for change.
I have said it to many people many times. That club needs to be cleaned out from management down and the board.
Both worked at the Red Rocks Country Club. Both independently reached out to Denver 7 after our report last month.
Breaks the story with a closer look at accusations of a country club out of bounds.
Stephanie spent 16 years at the club, serving as the head of housekeeping until 2 years ago. Did this culture exist when you worked there?
It did, absolutely.
Christina worked at Red Rocks for 2 years. In the end, she was the food and beverage manager. What was the culture like when you worked there?
I truly don't know how to put their culture into words besides toxic. I've seen gentlemen accosting the staff, sexually harassing them, touching them. It's absolutely crazy there. It just is.
They are both talking about the culture brought to light when 7 female employees walked off the job last month. All claiming they no longer felt safe inside the walls of the exclusive country club tucked into the Morrison foothills. What do you say to those 7 women that walked out?
You're strong. You're absolutely strong, and you're powerful, and this is not who you are. You are not a piece of meat. You're a person, and you don't deserve to be treated that way.
The 7 Red Rocks employees turned in their resignations after an incident in the country club's bar. It happened late at night after the club's member-guest tournament between a 53-year-old member and an 18-year-old employee. The 18-year-old filed a criminal complaint.
You can't ignore this. This is unlawful. It's illegal.
Jenny Fulton works for the sheriff's office.
No owner of any business should allow illegal activities to occur at their business.
Denver 7 Investigates has confirmed sheriff's deputies obtained security camera video from the country club showing what happened between the 53-year-old club member and the 18-year-old employee. What did you see?
I saw exactly what was described in the report, where the server is clearing off a table, she's wiping it down, the suspect comes around the corner, he puts her into a hug that she appears to be reluctant to participate in. He walks around behind her, still with his hands on her shoulder, pushes up against her back, and he lowers his hand and rubs her buttocks.
A day after Denver 7 aired that report, the board of directors at Red Rocks sent this club announcement to all country club employees. It included this: although the story alleges that harassment is tolerated at RRCC, the board of directors assures its members and employees that this is absolutely not the case and has never been the case. Is it true?
No, absolutely not. They absolutely tolerate it, and it happens all the time.
We shared the club's announcement with the 2 former managers.
Yeah, they're lying. There is no way to sugarcoat that. That is a lie, and they have had these issues before. This is ridiculous for them to say this has not happened.
Both former managers cited multiple examples of the culture they witnessed, including this example from more than a year ago. The former food and beverage director says it's a documented interaction between a male club member and a female employee.
He assaulted a woman with his words, told her, get in my golf cart or else. Come out into the field with me and do X, Y, Z.
Sexual innuendo?
Yeah. Come out into the field and suck my Yeah.
And here's a critical moment in this story. Christina says on multiple occasions she alerted the country club's senior leaders about members crossing the line.
How were you received?
Very negatively. I had mentioned to the board of directors and the club manager that things like this can't continue to be swept under the rug. And because of that, I was forced to talk to HR and was told, you can't say things like that. We could get subpoenaed.
So in the end, we have leadership at Red Rocks claiming harassment is not and has never been tolerated, and 2 former employees stepping forward, hoping their words and their courage lead to change.
You tried to change the culture.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to hear it.
No, absolutely not. They like the way things are there. They like it being basically a frat house.
If they're smart, someone at that club needs to have the integrity to say, hey, we need to clean house and we need to get some people in here that care about this country club. It is a beautiful place.
We again requested interviews with leaders at the Red Rocks Country Club. We received this response. We will respectfully decline your offer for an on-camera interview. It is our club's policy to not do on-camera interviews. Instead, in a written statement that included, we uphold a zero-tolerance policy for the beratement or harassment of our staff by fully investigating every complaint that is brought to management. It also says, regarding recent claims, the board of directors has dealt with these claims swiftly and decisively. You should also know, Christina tells us she quit her position frustrated with no change in culture. And Stephanie says she was fired following a workman's comp claim. The sheriff's investigation has led to a criminal charge against one of the club's members. That initial court appearance is expected sometime in the next month. Finally, a female club member set up a GoFundMe page to help the 7 women who walked out. So far, she has raised more than $9,000. I'm Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski.